Concrete Contractors, welcome to another episode here of your Concrete Success Podcast. And we're live here on our YouTube channel as well. So if you're listening in from your Concrete Success Podcast and you want to see and you want to watch what we're doing as we're going through this live SEO audits of different websites, you can head on over to our YouTube channel, Concrete Marketing Crew, and look for the video that's entitled Live SEO Audits for Concrete Contractors, or live SEO audits for Concrete Contractors. So the intention of this episode, it's very simple, is we're going to just go live and go randomly. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you through what goes on when doing an audit for an SEO. Now, this is going to be a light audit. An in-depth audit actually does take a couple of days. By the time that we go through technical audit, the full keyword research, a whole bunch, there is a lot of things that go into doing an SEO audit the right way. But in this case, I'm just going to show you very briefly, going to walk you through so that you guys are aware, what goes on behind actually doing an SEO audit and partially some of the things that we do here. So live SEO audits for Concrete Contractors. Look, if you don't know who we are, my name is Danny Barrera, founder of Concrete Marketing Crew. And what we do is we help flat work and decorative concrete contractors double their leads with our concrete marketing plan. And what does that mean exactly? Well, if you don't know how to generate leads of your own, if you don't know how to stay consistent online and how to outrank your competitors, if you don't know how to generate more reviews for your business, if you don't have a website that generates leads for your concrete company, just give us a shout and we'll be able to help you out. We have a free training section on our website, concretemarketingcrew.com. You can always call us at 305-902-4888 if you need help. Look, this video is not about us, it's about you. So let's go ahead and get right on with it. What I like to do is go ahead and just take you right through Google Trends here. And the reason why this is so important, guys, is because some of you guys don't understand, this whole deal of keyword research is very important. So I am going to just pull up Google Trends and kind of see what states are trending and then what cities, and then take it from there. This would basically give me a good pointer. So let me see. I'm not going to go to Wisconsin. I'm going to go to Ohio here and see what cities in Ohio. So Dayton, Ohio seems to be, there's a lot of demand there for concrete. So just going to literally pick that up right there. Dayton, Ohio seems to be uptrending, and I will be going to iSearch from here and just going to start my search in the United States and go to Dayton. We're going to do Dayton, Ohio, okay? And I'm going to look for Concrete Contractors, and this is how I'm going to start out. Now, I've been using my computer the whole day for different things, so sometimes Google might trigger us here with some alerts as we're doing a lot of searches. So hopefully you guys can see my screen here. But if I'm looking for Concrete Contractors and my location is Dayton, Ohio, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see some of the trending searches that are related. Okay, you can see they're related searches for Concrete Contractors. So you can see that Concrete Contractors near me is a related search, meaning it's pretty much very close to the search term that we put out there. You can see Dayton area Concrete Contractors is another one. Concrete Patio, Dayton, Ohio. So people looking for concrete patios. There are some ready mix concrete Dayton, Ohio, right? Concrete Dayton, Ohio, Concrete Contractors, Bartlett, Illinois, I guess that's close by. Concrete Contractors, Beaver Creek, Ohio. And then every time you actually click on those related searches and you go down to the bottom, you will see other related searches. So why did I start out for the keyword Concrete Contractors? I want to start off there because that is pretty much the top of the line, the top of the pyramid keyword. Okay, it's a short tail keyword. People looking for concrete contractors, you're going to see the Google ads come up right on top, the Google Maps. Today, we're going to focus in the organic. The organic is where you're going to see a lot of these websites like Home Advisor, tripleb.org rank very high. So anytime we go for concrete contractors or concrete contractors near me, you're going to see that usually the top three or somewhere in the top three, you're going to have those lead generation companies or directories rank high. Now, you may be thinking, well, they rank high just because they have a lot of authority. Well, not in every case. A lot of times just there isn't a company that knows how to do SEO the right way, and therefore they use their authority to outrank all these local websites. But really, when it comes to local SEO, guys, if you're a concrete contractor and you actually have a location in where you want to rank, it's much easier to outrank this website directories if you have the right strategy. You can't do it with just a 1 or 2 page website. You got to have the right strategy in place. So anyways, let's go ahead and just look at what comes up here. Concrete Contractors. You have BBB.org. Then you have Home Advisor. Like I said, that's a lead generation company. Thumbtack comes up, number 4. Star City Concrete LLC. Right there, this one comes up number 3, which is cool. And then you have Carter Concrete. Dayton comes out number 565, and then Angie.com, Angie's List, number 6. As you can see there, all of these other guys are lead generation companies, right? Lead generation, website directories, etc. So the point of you guys watching this video, you can put a comment right there on the comments while you guys are live. Tell me what you want to see, what you want to know. But I'm just going to walk you through kind of like how we go about just doing a very basic audit there. So the first thing we want to do is see who we're going to go up against and start making a list of those websites, because those websites will tend to give us a good idea. And we don't start with the directory websites because those just have a lot of power, trust, and authority already built in. So anytime they put up a web page, they basically rank very high. So as you can see there, Concrete Contractors near me in the location of Dayton, Ohio. Who comes up? Well, BBB.org, right? Once again, they've managed to get that website ranked right there. BBB.org for a near me search term, Concrete Contractors near me. So they have 2 pages ranking there. Then you have, again, Home Advisor, you have Thumbtack. And what's happening with this guy? So what I like to do is just take Star City right there. Star City Concrete. I think it was LLC. Let me just look them up there. Okay, yep. Dayton, Ohio. And what we're going to do, we're going to pull up their website. And again, look, any website that we're showing you guys here is just for edification and educational purposes only. And we want to show you some of the stuff. So some of the things that you guys want to look into when you're looking into your SEO strategy, very basic things that we look into is called, number 1 is the meta title. Meta title is one of the initial things that Google looks at aside from your website domain. Now I've heard a lot of things from SEOs preaching about how you should get a domain that has the exact city, the exact name, everything exactly as you want it to rank for that one term. Well, if you are a flat work and decorative concrete contractor and you offer multiple services in different service areas, you don't want to tie yourself down to one specific city, right? That's what I say. So I am always about brand and building your brand, because when you go out and you want to sell your business, you're actually selling your assets as well. So it is very good that you actually have an optimized entity. So in this case, Star City Concrete LLC does not have the actual name Dayton or Ohio in there. So that's pretty cool. Right, so again, after the URL, we start looking at the title, and you can see these guys are pretty much spamming. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. You won't be able to see my SEO tool there. But what happens is as you guys start looking at the, let me go ahead and take you guys here at the page source. Let me see there, and title, okay. You can see there, let me take you into a full screen there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. The meta title here is extremely long. Like they've actually keyword stuffed this meta title where they've tried to rank it for all these different keywords. And again, they're doing it wrong. And again, look, these are some of the subtle things that if you're doing it right, you don't need to over optimize. Like you should be, in theory, if you have a good technical a technical foundation for concrete websites, you should be able to get your local website outranked any type of directory website. Now, if you're working on on law, if you're working with attorneys, if for SEO guys or gals, if you're working with attorneys or any type of medical practices, you're going to find that that's going to be way more harder, right? But concrete contractors, come on, guys, it's much easier to rank for concrete than any other industry that I've actually experienced. Easier than roofers, way easier than plumbers. So this is a competitive industry, but it's not as competitive as far as technical SEO goes. So these are some of the silly things that I see and I come across. So again, look, we're looking at the actual meta title. What is the meta title is what we call it. It's what the Google bots crawl through the website, right? They look at the URL first. Second thing is they go ahead and look at the meta title. Now there's going to be this description as well, meta description. And in this case, the meta description, let me see if I can load this thing up. And if you guys can see it, the meta description, it's got some keywords, but they put a whole bunch of different cities in there. Really, it's keyword stuffed. Like they've actually just overkilled it. So that's one of the things that we'll look into when we're looking at a site that's ranking, that's a competitor website. So this is some of the things that our SEO guys do here at Concrete Marketing Crew. They look at the competition, they see what they've done. And I can tell you just by looking at this website, just very, very keyword stuffed, very easily it can be overtaken by the right strategy. So the second thing after we'll look at the URL, we'll look at the site title, the meta description, is we actually look at the content and how much content they've actually put in here. And in this case, you can see there they've actually have different sections, concrete contractor in Ohio, sidewalks, patios. And the other thing I want to look at when I'm looking at this, guys, is do they come up for different concrete patios, Dayton, Ohio? Do they come up for different services, right? Not just the main service. And as you can see there, perfect. They do have the patio. Now this one is a lot cleaner, as you can see there. This one seems to be a lot cleaner for that internal page right there. And they have a page for each one of the services, it seems. So precast, this is a good one. Precast concrete steps. Let's go ahead and take this one right there. Dayton, Ohio. And it's hard to type while I am holding the mic there. Perfect. So this is the one thing, guys, that I see. Second mistake. They're doing this right. One of the things that is helping them out, I can tell you right now, is the proper use of breadcrumbs on a website. So letting the Google bots know, okay, what is the root page and what is this page related to specifically. So if we're telling Google that the home page actually is acting as the hub for all of our services, then it makes sense to go ahead and start linking to all these services from within. Now, if I did have, let me see here, there's another service page here, and it's also linked there. And we also see that the services is thin content. There's not much content there. This is what we like to optimize, is the service page instead of making the homepage the hub, just because we can do a lot more. Now, outside of Dayton, Ohio, let me see if they have a service area page. They don't have a service area page. That would be one thing we'd look at as well. And let me go back, see if we can go back to one of the other search results. So Carter, Concrete, Dayton. Let's go ahead and look at those guys, and then we'll compare both of them. Carter. Let me see if they come up. Okay, perfect. So this guy's a lot cleaner website, as you can see there. Exceptional concrete services, and we look at Contractor, Dayton. I mean, this one, I'll tell you guys. When we look at the title, you can see here, and I'm not sure if you guys can see. Let me zoom in. There you go. So you can see there, this is the title. Carter Concrete and Construction LLC, Contractor, Dayton. So what I would do is actually just put in Dayton Concrete Contractor. If you're trying to rank for Concrete Contractor Dayton, right, might as well just put in Concrete Contractor Dayton, Ohio, right next to this, and this is going to help it out. Now they do have some right there, some other descriptions that are helpful for for the search engines. And that's exactly what you want to do, is you want to equip this website so that it's ready for the bots and the crawlers. Because the bots, here's what happens when you optimize your website and your content. A human is not actually ranking the websites, it's Google bots, right? So what we want to do is we want to cater to that. So they have the driveways, they have all these things. So the next thing we do is, once we find out the competitors, one of the things that I like to do is look at the domain comparison. And why do we want to have domain comparison? It's very simple. I want to see how much work is it going to take from a backlink perspective. How much more power do we need to outdo our competitors? And I'm not sure if you can see this screen. I'm gonna have to do it right there. Okay, so we're taking two competitors right here side by side. This is one of the SEO tools we use, Ahrefs. And one of the things that come up here is the domain rating. And this is all calculated by a couple of different things, but some of the things is like the backlinks, basically, you know, the do follows, no follows, the power of the backlinks. And as you can see here, this guy is Carter Concrete Dayton. I'm finding two things that they can actually use to outdo this Star City Concrete LLC. One of them is getting a couple more backlinks, right? Like right out of the gates. Okay, so referring domains, they have 32 referring domains, Star City Concrete, where our Carter has 16. Now, this is not the end all be all, guys. Like, this is not everything. This is not everything. The next thing I can see here, I like to scroll down to the bottom, is something called do follow versus no follow. You know, the majority of backlinks, like there are companies that tell you we do backlinks, we do, you know, we send backlinks every month to your website. Well, the majority of the backlinks that are getting sent out to contractor websites, you can see here, is they are no follow links, which means they do not pass authority juice. They do not pass authority juice, which to you, what it means is basically that it really doesn't help you build out this domain rating, does not help you out build the trust and authority that you need in order to compete against all these home advisors, the BBB.org, all these different sites like Yelp, etc. Right? You need to build that power, and the way to do it is by having the right strategy. So you can see here they have some do follow links. But this is kind of like an overview. Now, here's what we do. We do it for all the competition, right? So we like to compare the top 5 domains and kind of extract this and correlate that information from our clients. Now, the next thing we like to do is we use another tool called Semrush, and we like to look at the trends that this competitor has been having for the past 2 years, and we go for the past year. We like to see the bumps in the past 6 months. So usually we can spot some trends, but more importantly, start to see what keywords they actually rank for, right? We like to see what keywords and what positions they're actually ranking for, because this is going to be a good guide for us to see. And now we decipher, like, these guys don't have an extremely powerful backlink profile. So it's much easier to build a strategy to know, okay, what's going to be our roadmap for the next 6 months or 12 months for our client. What are some of the things that we can improve on page, right? What can we do as far as content? How can we structure the website? And then we start to correlate that information with the keywords that we gather from these ranking websites, and kind of see, okay, they're ranking for this keyword, and you know, this is how much power they actually have. This is how much authority they actually have for these specific links, right? So those are some of the things that we like to point out. We also like to do a direct, let me zoom out of this deal so you guys can see a little bit better. What we like to do is just one by one start to look at analyze the backlinks for each one of the competitors, and you can see there, like, you can actually see the referring domains and the growth that it's been. You know, some months they've sent 15. So this is what we call, you know, when you're talking about building backlinks, you don't just want to build 1,000 backlinks overnight. There's such thing as backlink velocity, right? So as you're building links to the site, you don't want to go too extreme where from night to day you build 1,000 links. You want to smooth it out so that it looks organic and natural. SEO is all about working with the search engines so that they can send you, so that they can start trusting you. So what happens here is we start looking at the different places. You can a lot of this you can Freshy sites. I guess those are the guys that designed this website. They put the websites on Web 2.0s, on sites that are free. Like a lot of these backlinks that I'm seeing right now, this is the reason why they're Nofollow. Like you can see it right there, is because they really, anyone can submit their information there, and some of these are not even relevant. So I can tell you right now, like someone that has the right strategy can outrank some of these contractors, and this is on a trending service area. Like Dayton, Ohio seems to be trending this month. And again, this is how we go about doing the research. So again, what we've covered so far is we've taken a couple of websites. In this case, if you have your competitors, it would be great if you make a list of your top 5 competitors. The second thing is you want to analyze their own page, which is a site title. You want to look at their meta description. Third thing is you want to look at the website structure, right? We looked at some of the internal pages and how the sites are structured among different websites. This is going to help you see and get a good idea. Okay, these guys have 7 pages, 20 pages. And for us, we've been able to break this down to the point that we can rank any concrete contractor website, residential, flat work, and decorative concrete, for all the different services in different service areas, because we've gathered all the data all across the United States and look at that specific landscape to build and structure the architecture of a perfectly designed website and a perfectly built and architected website for SEO rankings. Now, if you're doing this research on your own and you don't have the intelligence or the knowledge that we do have, again, the best way to go is to look at the top 5 competitors for the top keywords that you want to go for and start analyzing those, right? And as soon as you get in there, you start to realize, okay, how many pages do I need? The next thing is you need content for those pages, right? And some of these pages have very, very little content, I can tell you that. Now, one of the things that these guys are doing, that they're doing right, is for each one of the ranking pages individually. So for sidewalk, for example, they do have content. Let me see how many words they have. This one, about 550 words, give or take 550 words, which sounds about right. At the very minimum, you want to have at least 500 words. And again, you've looked at the content. Now you have to have a website that's responsive and that is fast. Now, when you look at the search results on Google, you want to also test these results out on a mobile device. And that is how you go about looking at a strategy. Again, we've covered a couple of things here. We've talked a lot about technical stuff, and I want to wrap it up in just a moment. So one of the things we do is just go to Google search and start looking for any relevant search term that is relevant to your services and your service offering. Go down to the related searches and try to get a feel for what the trends are in your service area. Once you discover that, compile those. Now you want to go and start making those searches. Discover your top 5 local competitors. I am not including BBB.org, Home Advisor, Angie's List, Yelp.com. And the reason being is you guys can't compete against those when it comes to the power and the backlink and the authority that they have. You just simply can't. But you can compete at the local level, which makes you stronger in a lot more different ways than this guy. So you start there. Once you have your top 5 competitors, first thing we look at is we look at the home page. Again, we walk you guys through some of the site titles examples right there. Look at the meta descriptions and start documenting those for each one of the websites. And you're going to start to see some trends, right? They actually use some of the keywords that they're ranking for, right? And some don't use them properly. Now, depending on the way you have your content on your website or the backlinks you have going to the website, you may not need to use certain keywords. So these guys could have probably used Carter Concrete and Construction LLC, Dayton, Ohio, right? But the fact that they have just Contractor Dayton, they probably just want to rank for the contractor term in there. Again, this is a light live overview in there. Now, once you have the title and meta description, you want to go ahead and look at the content that's within the website. And as you're looking through the content, you get a good idea. You document. You can just copy all this content right out of the gate. And what you can do is you can do something like a word count. Word counter, free word counter, and you paste all the content, and you're gonna see that how many words you're gonna need. Now, when you add up the top 5 competitors, you're gonna come with an average. You want to come out with an average, and that average may be 500, 750. In this case, this is about 1,000 words. I can tell you that. About 1,000 words, and then once you know how much content it's needed, you go back and you start doing backlink audits and just contrasting and looking at a tool like Ahrefs and going back to the basics, guys, like looking at the domain comparisons, right? And looking at what everyone has going on for them, their authority, their do follow backlinks, their no follows. And then once you have that data, you want to go one by one and start looking at what type of backlinks they have going back to them. Some of the backlinks might be local website directories. Other backlinks might be related to the contractor space or construction space. Others might be social media links. Others might be reshare links. So whatever those type of links are, now your next job is to start building a calendar so that you can start seeing, okay, these are the most powerful backlinks. These are the ones I can acquire now. These are the ones I can acquire in 6 months or in 12 months. These are the ones I have to pay for, such as getting involved in your communities, sponsoring events locally, throwing an event, getting share on a press release. All those things will help you for your SEO strategy. And again, what we've shared is this example for concrete contractors in Dayton, Ohio. This was literally off the cuff. And if you like this information and you want to find out exactly how to get your concrete contractor website ranked high on Google search, go ahead and visit us at concretemarketingcrew.com. And guys, what we do is we help concrete contractors and decorative concrete contractors ranked high on the search engine so that they can generate more leads from Google search. Thank you again for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. Until the next one, we'll see you around. This is Danny, Concrete Marketing Crew. Have a great rest of your day.